right, sports fan, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge. Once again, guys, this is going to be kind of brief. Just to let you guys, I'll be going out of town this week. This is pre-recorded, just to give you a heads up. There's a lot to talk about. We have college football starting on August 24th. Florida State at Georgia Tech. That's the first game of college football. Then we have the NFL starting 2 weeks from now. Uh, we have the Dolphins play their next preseason game against Tampa. That'll be it, guys. And then the following week on Tuesday, each team has to cut down their roster from 90 to 53. Let me start by saying, guys, there's a lot of players out there that are going to be released. They are going, they are really, really good. And if they go to other teams, they're really going to help a lot of teams. That's the hardest part. Once again, either you keep a veteran 12 years, 12, 14 years, or you release a veteran and take the chance of a rookie, and then you're going to have to. But once again, I'm a firm believer. You believe on your 53-man roster. Okay? If you believe on your 53-man roster, it could go a long ways. Not because I'm a Dolphin fan, not because, it's 32 NFL teams. Any of this team could get hot, could get good, could have a great season. Unfortunately, a lot of injury bugs to a lot of teams, especially the Dolphins. I was counting the other day, even though some are minors, there's at least 20 plus injury in this roster. What happens with that? Everybody say, well, if you got injury, what is your best chance of winning? Well, regardless of the injury, this is where you got players who needs to come in and start making plays for you. So I'll leave it at that to every team. But anyhow, once again, I did some short videos. Please check it out. There is some short videos out there. I sent one with the injuries of the Dolphins. Guys, if for all my subscribers and those that haven't subscribed, and like I said, I'm gonna win some, I'm gonna lose some. That's okay, guys. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not gonna get upset. I told this to everybody. This is a positive channel. I want to keep everybody informed that this is to interact, to have fun. You have your opinions. I got mine. I respect yours. You respect mine. I did some college picks the other day. People got upset. I did some NFL picks. People got upset. That's okay, guys. Those are my picks. I see things in different perspective. Maybe you see in a different thing. I have people from Kansas City tell me, man, they won back-to-back Super Bowl, and how can you pick them at 11-6? And that's fine, guys. That's fine. If you want to go 12-5, listen. They open up with the Baltimore Ravens in Kansas City. That's the first game, actually, a Thursday night game. And then we have an overseas game, the Green Bay Packers versus the Eagles. You know, we have to look at that, injuries, free agency, player release. Look at your team overall, your 53-man roster before we make. That's why I don't make prediction early. I really don't. I just did it out there because I don't want to be left behind. And I could be wrong, guys. I could be wrong. We had controversy with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, with which quarterback is going to start, either Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. Guys, let me tell you something about me being a fan, not a fanatic. Okay, Mike Tomlin has done a heck of a job. Let me tell you, I love McDaniels, but I take Mike Tomlin anytime in my team. And I'll be honest with you guys. Why? Because he's the winningest coach. He hasn't had a losing season. And I'm gonna tell you something that some Pittsburgh fan might not like it, might get upset with. I'm gonna tell you, but you guys let Pickett go, which is okay. It was a problem. You don't need a player that your team is having controversy, so you let him go to Philadelphia. Okay, but then you have Rudolph. He came in, took you guys to the playoffs. Listen to this. Great defense. Pittsburgh always have great defense. But Rudolph took you to the playoffs against Buffalo. And what happened? You guys let him go. Went to Tennessee. And now you're complaining about Russell Wilson and Justin Field. Listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. Pittsburgh got Russell Wilson in a good deal, which Denver is still paying that man, okay, for what Denver did to him in his career in Denver. He had a great season, 2 seasons in Denver, great 2 seasons. I'm not going to tell you he didn't. It wasn't a bad season, okay? Sometimes it's not the quarterback. It's your offensive line. It's the players you have. It's the coaching staff you have. And it could be anything. Okay, but now you guys are whining, complaining about Russell Wilson's not good, Justin Fields not good, even worse. Well, guys, guess what? If I was a fan of Pittsburgh, give Russell a chance. What Russell's going to do to Justin Fields is teach him. It's giving maturity. Okay, I'm not saying that Justin Fields could be a starter in this league. That's what happened. You got two starters. Okay, what did Chicago did to Justin Fields? Had a great season at the end. He was getting hot. He was getting good. Boom, he gets injured right away. What did they did? They get Caleb Williams on the draft pick, and they let Justin Field go, and I should let him trade him to Pittsburgh. So listen, the best you could do is wish luck to your team. There's 32 team out there. Look at McCaffrey. Is it McCaffrey, McCarthy, whatever the rookie from Minnesota out for the year? Things happen, guys. Injuries happen. You know, and now when they cut the roster from 90 to 53, oh, you're gonna see all these good players are gonna be released. I mean, it's gonna be a tough decision for all 32 ball clubs. I mean, right now Atlanta's waiting for Miami to release some couple of these cornerbacks they got because Miami has depth in cornerbacks and safety. I mean, they're full in running backs. I mean, they just released Muhammad. Don't be surprised he end up in Dallas. He's a great running back. And you might say, well, he wasn't good enough. Well, let me tell you, he's a good punt returner. He's a good kickoff returner. Okay, if you look at his average, if you give the guy an opportunity, he could have a good career. When you have depth in your team, it's hard to play 10 quarterbacks. 10 quarterbacks in one game, which you only got three, of course, quarterbacks, or you got five running backs. You can't play five running backs. You can play them, but you can't give them a full season. Why? Because it's kind of hard to give them a full season. Okay, so you start the best. What you got the best, but then what you got to draft for? You got to draft because you pick up players. So it's a difficult decision around the whole league when it comes to the NFL. And going back to college football, like I said, they open on the 24th. There's a lot of games. Once again, I made my prediction for the NFL and for college football. People got upset. It's okay, guys. I got my opinion. You got yours. I told you guys, I look at so many things. I look at chemistry. I look at coaching. I look at players development. I look at all this, guys. Alabama, one of the teams that I picked low because Nick Saban's not there, and I had a lot of Alabama fans upset and saying, "Well, Nick Saban wasn't the difference. Then who was it?" You got your pros and cons, but I'm not here to argue with you. And like I said, maybe I could be wrong, and I admit if I'm wrong. I did my NFL picks. I admit if I'm wrong. But let's be honest, we go through injuries, we go through trades, we go through so many things in sports. So then we got baseball. Baseball's heating up. Yankees and Orioles are battling to the American League East. Orioles win, Yankees lose. Yankees win, Orioles, you know, win or they lose. I mean, they lost two or three against the Mets, and those are the teams you got to beat. But the Mets are playing good ball. They lost two games, two walk off in the bottom of the ninth, if I'm quite sure, against the Mets. Both homers. Things happen, guys. See, that's part of sports, okay? But that's a good race. Milwaukee's still there in the race. The Dodgers still on top of the race. I mean, it's getting interesting. Now you got Houston and Seattle and Texas probably battling out there. Minnesota and Cleveland, battling right there in the American League. You know, in the National, you still got the Phillies. The Braves are picking up. Lately the Mets are getting hot too. So it's getting interesting, guys. This is the part of the year. But there's one thing I did release. If you guys saw it, it's a preview of every Friday on Sports Night with Jorge. I am gonna have a recap of everything that happened on Friday. Whatever happens from Sunday to that Thursday, you should get all the information on Friday. Then coming back, like I say, I'll be out of town. I'm going to Chicago. It's my grandbaby, a birthday. Besides that, I'm going to see if I can get my hands on Soldier Fields when I get down there. First time visiting Chicago since I was a baby. I lived there years ago when my dad used to take me to see the Chicago Cubs. But I'm an Oriole fan, not a Cub fan. But Chicago's beautiful, so I'm going down there just to give you guys a heads up. This is pre-recorded. One thing for my subscribers, guys, and those that haven't subscribed. Listen, I'm gonna win some, I'm gonna lose some. That's okay. This is for fun, but you need to subscribe. You need to have your bell notification on so you can know I'm coming live. And when I come live, and sometimes I suggest you guys, what's the best time for you guys? After 5 o'clock in the afternoon, after 7 o'clock. I do have a full-time job, guys, unfortunately, but I do this for fun. Uh, I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you name it, Twitter. I'm everywhere. Okay, I try to get as much information as I can for you guys. I want to be accurate. I don't want to give you no false information. I don't want to make things up. I'm more real, more realistic, guys. I don't want to point fingers at nobody. I'm not the kind of person. I'm not here to compete with nobody either. With no podcaster, I love every podcaster that I hear in YouTube. I love Doug. I love you got Fins Up. You got so many of them, guys. I feed from them. I learn from them also. Uh, you got some to give you accurate information, some don't. And I don't blame nobody. I don't judge nobody. Sometimes you got to step back at how you say things, and I respect individual. That's who my podcast is. I respect. There's no negativity here. I don't go down on players whether you think they're terrible, they're not good, you know. And I get those feedbacks, and that's okay. That's your opinion. I respect it. You know, I got mines. I tell everybody don't don't feel bad. Some players we wish we could have in our teams, and sometimes we don't. They move on. That's their career. That's their future. What can you do? I tell everybody, what can you do? There's nothing you can do. You know, you win some, you lose some. That's part of life, guys. But once again, guys, like I said, that wrap up that I'm gonna do on the weekends, it consists of course, we don't have NBA, we don't have NHL. That will be starting soon too. Uh, but we got baseball, football, and college football. So it's a full swing of stuff, and I'm trying to keep everything. It is too much to keep all this information, guys. One thing I do a lot of YouTube shorts. Check them out. Those are my actually breaking news. Those are little information that I get, feedbacks that I get from camps, from players. And if you see, I done Atlanta, I done the Dolphins, I done a couple of shorts. Yes, I'm a Dolphin fan, but I keep it in general, guys. I look around the trades, the rumors, the injuries. So just check that out and once again, be sure you comment. Be sure you hit the like button. And if you don't like, that's fine too, guys. I mean, everybody says, well, I don't want to give you a bad grade, George. It's not a bad grade for me, man. It's a learning experience for me. I learn from it. I don't want to say nothing wrong to offend anybody through this camera or through my show because I don't do that. I'm a positive person. But anyhow, like I said, this is pre-recorded. I'm going to Chicago. I'm going on vacation. Try to have fun. I'm still going to have my phone. I'm still going to have some shorts, some videos for you from Chicago. Hopefully, everything goes well. Once again, I leave you with a good encouragement, man. A good word of encouragement, man. Always be happy. Don't let trials and tribulation bother you. That's why we got Him up there, the Almighty, man. You know, surrender all to Him. That's the best we could do in this world. Give all to Him, man. Sports, I always say from day one, it's entertainment. It's fun. It's something to keep your mind off something. But, you want to go home to your family, to your loved ones. Hug them, kiss them, your wife, your husband. You know, why do we have to struggle every day? We shouldn't be struggling every day. That is difficult out there? Yes, it's difficult. But with God, everything is possible, guys. And once again, I'm not getting into anybody, you know, religion or I don't do that. I don't, you have your opinion, I got mine. I respect that. I just tell that to everybody. I'm a true believer and I've been believing for many years. So, but anyhow, thank you so much for joining in. And also, it's very important. Try to see the video entirely so you get more information. But don't forget the shorts, the like button, the subscribe button. And once again, guys, you guys have a blessed weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon.